time for some Sunday fun cooking. I'm going to do something super simple, two super simple things. I'm going to show you how I do this on Sunday nights a lot of times, sometimes Saturday nights, sometimes Sunday nights. We do super simple pancakes and bacon, and then a lot of times I'll let my husband make the eggs, and sometimes if he doesn't want to make the eggs, we just skip it. We simply have pancakes and bacon. And when we do that, we eat a lot of bacon. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to cook. I did this the last time too. I cooked all the bacon and then I halved it and I stuck half of it in the fridge so he wouldn't eat all of it, because then we can have it on our salads for the whole week. So it's kind of like a prep ahead thing, but also just go ahead and cook all the bacon at once, but not eat it all at once. So anyway, I'm going to be using, I just find this very simple to cook like this. I don't know why, but my mom never really taught me, I'm not saying anything negative about her. She really didn't teach me a lot about cooking. So Spencer's taught me a lot about cooking, and he cooks on the stove with the skillet, and I like to cook with my electric skillet. And my mom actually uses an electric skillet quite a lot, but she'll also cook on the stove. But for some reason, I'm more comfortable with this, and I've noticed with the bacon, it's so easy. It's just so easy because it just heats really thoroughly, and so you're in an enclosed space. The grease isn't going everywhere. So anyway, this is very basic. If you know how to cook, obviously you don't need me to show you how to make bacon, and I'm not any sort of expert because I just started doing this recently. I always made him cook breakfast, always. But the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a little bit of pancakes right away. Now this is not the healthiest way to do pancakes. I have this because I got this is Member's Mark from Sam's. It's the buttermilk pancake mix. It's a huge thing of it. It is 10 pounds. It says right there, 10 pounds. And all you need with this is this mix and water. And the reason I bought this, because if you watch any kind of prepping channel at all, and actually I've stopped watching any of them pretty much, because it's constantly, it's your last chance to prepare, and I just got a little tired of it. I'm all about prepping and I'm all about being prepared, but essentially where I live, I've seen no food shortages, really at all, since 2020. And I know all over the country it's totally different. I know some places it's really horrible. I'm not trying to say it's not bad where certain people live, but where we live, I'm just not seeing it. So at any time I can pretty much go out, and I may not get the exact brand of food that I want, but I can pretty much get what I want. So I'm not against prepping, and this is a prepping item for me because all you need is water. So that is why I have this. So this isn't, this is not the healthy way to eat pancakes, but because I don't really feel like we need to keep 10 pounds of this around forever, because although when I run out of this, I'll probably get some more, so I'm really enjoying cooking it this way. It's so simple and so fast. But my point is, if you want to eat healthy, you'll just make your own pancakes. You won't do it this way, or you'll eat something that doesn't have so much sugar, or you'll figure out how to make your pancakes in a different way, which I had a recipe. I think I may have gotten rid of it, but I had a recipe where it was better for you, not so much sugar and this kind of stuff. So anyway, I don't know what I did with it, but because I would have made it that for you, but I think I might have gotten rid of it. And actually I like this better. It does have a lot of sugar though. So anyway, it's just a buttermilk pancake mix. All you need is water. So I was just going to show you how I do this. Now, the directions are on the back. The directions are right here. It tells you exactly what to do. Very simple. And I'm just going to have, it says 5 to 6 pancakes, 1 cup to 2/3 cup water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half a cup and then 1/3 cup of water. So I'm going to open this. Now I've got my little stainless steel. This is half a cup. There's Sunshine. Isn't she cute? She's like, "What you doing, Mama?" I just did a vet update on Sunshine yesterday. Sunshine and Ranger both were at the vet this week. Oh, I just poured that in the wrong thing. Hey, this is what happens when I talk. I poured it in the skillet. I didn't mean to do that. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Let me pour it back in my... Now y'all know how dumb I am. Dingbat. Let's pour it back in here. I can't talk and do things at the same time. So anyway, I'm just going to get a paper towel and wipe that out real quick, so I don't have to wash it again. I think a damp paper towel will be fine. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? It'll all work out. Ooh, it smells so good. Sunshine's like, yep, I want a little bit of that. So anyway, I did that yesterday, a little update on Sunshine and Ranger. If you missed it, It's gotten quite a few views. So, and my cooking thing got a lot more views than I thought. So I thought, well, I'll just do some more simple cooking. Okay, and then this is my glass one, and so this is about 1/3 cup of water. In fact, it may be a little bit more than that. So this would make you around 3 pancakes. And that's all I'm gonna do because it's not time to eat yet. That was my whole point. Not time to eat yet. So I'm gonna go ahead. I've got my whisk. There's my like stainless steel whisk right there. Just gonna whisk it together, and it tells you all this on here. It tells you what to heat the pancake griddle up to. I wait till I'm done with this before I start heating anything. As far as this thing goes, because it heats right up. Whisk pancake mix in water. Batter will be slightly lumpy. Do not overmix. Let it stand for 2 minutes. Honestly, I don't know that I'll let it stand for 2 minutes, but nothing terrible has happened yet. Pour slightly less than 1/4 cup batter per pancake onto griddle. If you prefer thicker, gradually add more pancake mix, and then it tells you how to do that. I don't do that. Cook pancakes 1 1/4 to 1.5 minutes per side or until golden brown, turning only once. Okay, I don't do that either. I cook it until when it starts bubbling, I flip it. If it's not brown enough, I just flip it back over when it's done. You know, I don't mind flipping it. I don't know why it says that. Because, I mean, if it's not quite brown, of course you can flip it again. So anyway, I don't really go by that. Okay, so this looks fine. It's not even really that lumpy, but I think that's good. And as far as letting it sit for 2 minutes, it's gonna sit long enough for me to turn my little thing on. Now I will tell you, this has a Ziploc seal on it, but what I do is I keep this in one of my extra refrigerators. We actually have 3 refrigerators. We got one of them free. This one in here we have issues with, so we kept our old one, which is always a good idea. Always keep an extra fridge, just my opinion. We've had so many problems with this one. We've had to move food out of it several times. So we had an opportunity to get a free one. Hey, sunshine. We had an opportunity to get a free one, so we took it. So we have one out in our barn outside. It's kind of like a storage area outside. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. I usually just put it on 350 because I just feel like 350 is hot enough for this. You do it however you're used to doing it, of course. If it works better for you to put 375, then do that. Now, I forgot to bring I do use the little 1/4. It said a little bit less than 1/4, so that is what I do. So let me get my 1/4 out. Okay, so there's my 1/4. And it already is starting to feel warm. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and it said slightly less. So, it's kind of hard to show you because I've got to tip it. But anyway, that's kind of what I do, just what it says, slightly less. There's really no way to mess this up. And then I just usually do 2 at a time. If you do them small enough, you could go ahead and do 4, but I don't like it, when I'm trying to flip it over, I don't want it to be too close. I may go ahead and just do a little bit smaller and I may just do 4 at a time after 3. I think that'll use it all up, probably 3 will use it. And then when the batter starts getting bubbles on top, I let it go a little bit longer than that. It'll have some nice big bubbles on the top, and then that's when I flip it. And usually that works out just fine. Oh, it smells good. Okay, there's gonna be a little bit left over, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna do 3. I don't think there's quite enough for 4. Okay, this first one that I put down is already bubbling quite a bit. And I forgot to get my spatula. So organized, so organized. So I just use this. We've had this forever. We've been married 30 years or so. So I just use this. That's probably how long we've had this. Okay, so I messed that one up just a little bit because it was bubbling pretty good, but part of it, see, you can mess it up. Part of it wasn't really ready to flip, so go ahead and put that back in this bowl. Now these are all bubbly, so I'm going to go ahead and try to flip them. Yep, that worked out. Just the first one I had trouble with. It's just for Spencer and me. It's no big deal. And I don't mind. I usually cook extra and put them in the fridge, and then I bring them out for breakfast. So I don't mind cooking some ahead. And then later when it gets closer to dinner time, like it's only, it's like 3 o'clock right now. He said he was going to be home about 4. So I was like, oh, I got to hurry up. And I was planning on doing this afternoon, but didn't know he was going to be back so soon. So I thought he would be here about 6, and 4 is a lot earlier than 6. So I thought I better get on it, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Okay, so this is part that kind of got messed up right here. I'm just going to throw it back in that bowl. It's kind of singeing. I think that's because I had that powder. I'm thinking because mine don't usually look quite like that. Oh, it's hot. Maybe I need to turn it down a little bit. It might have just been too hot. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to turn that off for now, and I'm going to get the bacon out, and I'm going to cook the bacon. Okay, now I'm back, and I'm going to cook the bacon again right here in this skillet. So this happens to be Smithfield brand, and I think I got this at Sam's. I feel like I got this at Sam's, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cook that in here. So I've opened the package already, so we wouldn't waste time doing that. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and then one of the things I have to do pretty often is empty the fat out because there is so much fat. So when I get through with however many pieces of bacon I put on here, and then I just empty the fat into here several times, and it'll be pretty full by the time I get finished with this. All right, and then I've got everything, my tongs are ready. I've got everything sitting on this little cheap cutting board, these little flexible cutting boards. They sell these in 2 packs at Dollar Tree if you need them, if you need something like that and you want a flexible one. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start pulling this off here. If you hear that noise off and on, that's the air conditioner. You're not gonna be able to hear it now because now we're gonna have this sizzling noise. And you may not be able to hear me. I don't know. So it's a little bit crinkled up. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over, and I'll probably do that more than once. Super simple. And in this, I just do 4 at a time, so they have room to, kind of breathe and have some space between them. I try to straighten them out as best as I can. A lot of times the ends will kind of curl, so I do try to get them to sit down so they'll go ahead and cook. Start out on 350. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit because it seems like it's because it's got so much grease in there, it seems like it's kind of slowed down a little bit. So I'm getting it's a little bit closer to 375 right now. We'll see if it'll go ahead and kind of brown up a little bit and get finished. Then we can put the next 4 on here. You can see it doesn't take very long. I'm going to go ahead and get a plate out and put some paper towels on it to kind of soak up the grease. So I just get these are my kind of heavy plastic plates. You can use anything. And then I just kind of have this layered, and then I'll just keep layering the paper towels on top of that. just to get the extra grease off. You know, you don't have to go to any great lengths to get the grease off. It'll kind of just dry on its own. I'm just gonna flip them one more time. They look like they're getting pretty brown now. Getting pretty crispy. This one on the end still doesn't look that great. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off. They look fine. Just got a little bit of fat on the end. It doesn't look like it's wanting to get done. I'm gonna put it in the middle so maybe it'll go ahead. I'm gonna get some more paper towels and put on top of that, just like that. Okay, now this needs to be, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it, and then I'm going to drain the grease off into my trusty bowl, and I just do that just like this. Doesn't hurt the bowl, at least. Okay, so that kind of leaked on the ends there. Okay, so you can see it got quite, well, can't see that well. There we go. Got quite a bit off. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plug it back in. And then, go ahead and turn it back on. Forgot about that part. Turn it back on and put it back on 350. I just put it on with my hand and then I straighten it out with this. In the comments, y'all can let me know how you make your bacon. Do you put yours in the oven? My parents cook theirs in the microwave. They've got some sort of microwave safe bacon cooking plate that they use. So that's pretty cool. I think the reason I like this the best is because it really, most of the fat stays within, and the grease stays within this, so I'm not having to clean up. I'm sure some gets on the wall, but it's easy, the wall behind me, but it's very easy just to wipe it up. So like I can just wipe right here. I don't even really feel that much happening, but I do prefer it that way, just because it seems like it corrals it all right here where I don't have to clean so much. Now, when I'm cooking meat, which is pretty often, we're big meat eaters. I have to get down here where I can see. We're big meat eaters, so one of the things I do is I just get one of my bags that I'm reusing. This just happens to be a Walmart bag. And this kind of stuff, I put it in here, and then when I get finished cooking all this, and this packaging will also go in this bag. So I just hang it over a knob here. Other things that we put in there would be stuff that's just anything that stinks. Instead of putting it into my huge trash can and then my trash can stinking the whole week, because it's just the two of us, so I mean we can use that one 13-gallon bag for days. So like our trash gets picked up every Monday, and so I'll put the trash out tonight. But I have recycling here. We live in what I call a third world country. it is part of the United States, but we really do not have recycling. There's some recycling somewhere in this county, but I think it's about 30 minutes from my house, and it's not on the way to anything. So, yeah. So we don't have a recycling truck that picks up here. We have nothing like that. So everything just gets thrown into the regular trash. I know that upsets people, but that's just, when you live in the country, that's just the way it goes. Some people burn things. Oh yeah, this is looking good. Anyway, if you've got any bacon cooking tips, please put them in the comments. Like I said, I'm definitely no expert. This is something I've only started doing recently. I always let Spencer do breakfast foods for me. So I've only recently started doing this. So this is all hardening up really well after I just put it under this, this paper towel, and then I put this over top of it. And then I'm getting ready to pull these out, and then I'll put them on here, and then I'll put another layer on top. So that's how I kind of just get the extra grease off. This is looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off because I'm gonna have to drain, once again, I'm gonna have to drain this fat off of here. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me last week when I made my, did my hot cocoa recipe. I was gonna do lasagna this week, and I'm still gonna do that. I have a super simple, I may have already said this, super simple lasagna recipe. I'm off work tomorrow, so I think since I already have dinner planned for tonight, I think what I'll do is I'll film it for tomorrow, and we'll have it for, I'll upload it for next week sometime. Okay, so that's covered up. I'm going to drain that off, and then I'll get my next few pieces going. You know, and if you really, this stays kind of hot, but if you really were concerned about the amount of fat on there, you could go ahead and wipe it out, but it's so hot, and this, you know, since I'm filming, I don't want this to last forever. And I don't want to have to edit out a whole bunch, so I'm just going to, you know, what stays in there stays there, and it's not tons. You know, it would probably be better to wipe it out, but it's okay. It's okay. And we'll go ahead and do these pieces. What I really need is a thing where I can make about 8 pieces at once. This will go even faster. Putting that back on 350. And again, we're going to eat half of this tonight, which is a lot actually. Probably half tonight, and then I'll put the rest in the fridge, and it'll be ready to go when we have salads. Okay, I've only got 3 pieces left here, so I think I'll do 3 this time and 3 next time. This gives it a little bit more space. So next week I'm working 3 days. 3 days out of 5. I've got one person I clean for once a month, so I'm going to clean for him. It's his week is coming up, so, and then I'm still cleaning for my parents. They're going to be going out of town, but they'll be back by the time it's my cleaning day. So my mom's got a couple of doctors in Nashville. Her heart doctor's in Nashville, so they're going to be taking a little trip to Nashville this week and seeing her regular doctor. I think her regular doctor's like an internist, and then seeing her heart doctor that did her heart surgery. She had a valve repair done several years ago, heart valve, and they don't do that surgery in her hometown, so she found a doctor in Nashville, and he repaired her heart valve for her. Also make grilled ham and cheese in here, and I came home and from church, and that's what I wanted, so I made that today. I'll show that sometime on a video because it's so easy just to do that. You can also, if you have an Instant Pot and you don't have one of these skillets, you can do all the same stuff in your Instant Pot with the saute button. And so the Instant Pot, I actually like the Instant Pot better. That's how I cook my meat. I saute my meat in there or in here, but I like it better because it's just a regular stainless steel, and this has that coating on it. I don't think these coatings are very safe, so I have a thing about this kind of coating. I would like to have one of these that's just doesn't have a coating on it, because this is larger. I got rid of my 8-quart Instant Pot because it was so heavy. It was just hard for me to lift it in and out of the cabinet, and I got a 6-quart because it's just the 2 of us. Somebody had given us the 8-quart, but it's just 2 of us. We don't need an 8-quart. So, but to saute, it's much roomier in the 8-quart, but I can still do it in the 6-quart. So a lot of times I'll just half the bacon and I'll put it in the 6-quart, and it's even better to do bacon in the Instant Pot on saute because really there is no fat that's escaping. There's nothing coming out because the Instant Pot is so tall. So I use my Instant Pot all the time to cook greasy stuff. There's a way to put your meat in the Instant Pot and just your ground beef and cook it hands off. But I tried it that way, and I actually really just like to saute it myself in the Instant Pot. And again, you can put it in here too. So either way, in here, in the Instant Pot, either way it works. But again, I like the Instant Pot just because it doesn't have this, whatever this is, anti-stick stuff that's, I'm sure, dangerous. I have a thing about that kind of stuff. Of course, I'm cooking bacon, which is not terribly healthy, but, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, that's looking good. A little bit more. Turn up just a little bit to get it going here. I'm getting a little hot over here. Maybe I should turn my fan. I've got brand new fans in here. Maybe I should turn my fan on. Get a little cooling going. By the way, we're having a low humidity day. I'm not sure how right this wall thing is that we have with the actual thermometer thing, whatever you call it, is outside. The actual thing that records it is outside, and then we have it on the wall in here. So it says it's 94, but the 94 degrees, but the thermometer I have outside says it's about 87. So I'm not sure. The one outside is probably more right, but the humidity says 42%. So I'm just letting you know that's low humidity for the Memphis area, 42%. This is lower humidity than we normally have, and it's much nicer. The wind's been blowing. Much more comfortable. I could go out and walk Ranger right now if I wanted to, even though it's around 90, just because the humidity is so much lower today. Okay, that's looking good. I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. Ooh, I just touched the side of that with my finger. Top of it. Turn that off, drain it one more time, and then we're going to put 3 more pieces, and we'll be done here. Tip that over. Hot oil, that would not be good. Okay, gonna go ahead and put that back on 350. Get my last 3 pieces out of here. And then that's empty, so I'll just go ahead and put it here in my little trusty plastic bag. you guys have any ideas of anything you would like to see me cook, I'm not the best cook in the world. I'll just tell you that. I cook very, very simple recipes. The simpler, the better. I really like Six Sisters stuff as far as the Instant Pot. They've got great recipes. They do videos every week. Usually, I think they upload on Sundays, and they've been doing a Friday live cooking video too, but I haven't been watching those, but I'm sure they're great. Ranger went out. He wants back in now. He just went out. He's back in. No, you gotta stay out. Jasper wants in, but he is so noisy. See Sunshine in the chair. Is she not the cutest? She's my kitchen cat. She almost never leaves the kitchen. She's very stressed out because she and Cricket don't like each other, but Cricket spends a lot of time in here, even though I try to keep her out. That's what the dog gate is not up for Ranger, it's for Cricket to keep her out of here. So when we're gone, we shut it so she'll leave her alone. Sunshine is a very high stressed cat when it comes to that little Cricket. And I always say, Sunshine's like 12 pounds now. She's gained so much weight because she's on these steroids. And she's 12 pounds and Cricket's like 4.5 at the most, maybe 5. Cricket has put a little weight on, but she might be 5, but she's not very big. It's like, Sunshine, you can sit on her. Quit letting her bully you. She's looking at her right now. I don't know if you can see her. She's looking down right here because Cricket is laying in this thing on the floor. She's like, why are you in my room, you wicked, vicious cat? Yeah, why are you in here? Huh? Why are you in here? Why? Why? Okay, this is looking pretty good. I ended up turning up to 400 because it was taking forever. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take it off. It looks pretty good. May not be quite, I don't know, quite done. I think this one's done. That looks fine. That looks fine. The middle one, for some reason, does not look ready. Sunshine, are you the prettiest? She's giving me the evil eye, like stop talking. Stop talking, lady. Are you the prettiest? Are you the sweetest girl ever? When we got her, one of my friends said, are you sure she's a girl? And we were like, yeah. I mean, Spencer's pretty good at telling if it's a girl or boy. We only messed up once, and since then, he's figured it out. We named a boy cat Willow. But this was very early in our marriage. In fact, I think it was actually before we were married. I was still living in the dorm, I think, and he got these 2 cats, and he thought Willow was a girl. It turned out Willow was a boy, but that's the only time he's made that mistake. But I had this girl tell me, 80% of orange cats are boys. Are you sure that's a girl? And we're like, no, we're sure it's a girl. Anyway, it's like, well, if it's not a girl, I guess we'll have a boy named Sunshine. But I did not know that orange cats were generally boys. I had orange tabbies. I had no idea. But that is a statistic that they quote, but we've had a girl before, years and years ago. We've had one girl, long-haired, orange tabby, one boy, and he was kind of a buff colored. He was orange tabby when we got him, and then he lightened up to a buff colored, but he was a beautiful cat. His name was Pierre, and we only lost him maybe, I don't know, it's only been a couple years. And then we got her right before, he was still alive when we got Sunshine. So yeah, it would have, she's 3, so I guess it was probably 2.5 years ago, because I think she was little when he died. Anyway, now we have her. She's definitely not buff colored. She is definitely not a boy. She is definitely a regular orange tabby. All right, so that's that. Thanks so much for joining me. I feel like my face has not been in here any. I hate that, but I wanted you to be able to see actually what I was doing. So I'll just bend way down here. I'm glad that I was able to get that camera angle better for you. Thank you guys. Give me some ideas of something you'd like to see me do. Just something, like I said, everything I do is pretty simple, but you can throw out an idea. If I know how to do it, I'll do it. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Talk to you soon. Say bye to Sunshine. Bye-bye, Sunshine. Bye. Say it, tell everybody bye. She's so cute.